Hello again, this is AZC2. Today I would like to call on everyone to remember the 12th of December. 12th of December 2022, Wieambilla, Queensland. Two uniformed police officers conducting a welfare check on a man reported missing from New South Wales were ambushed and shot dead by the said man, Nathaniel Train, along with his brother and sister-in-law, who was his ex-wife anyway. But there's another story. Nathaniel, Gareth and Stacey Train were known to be conspiracy theorists and sovereign citizens who opposed vaccination mandates. Nathaniel had allegedly crossed over to Queensland from New South Wales when there was a lockdown in place. His vehicle became bogged and he had to abandon the vehicle and get a lift to his intended destination. He had several guns on board his vehicle, which he later ditched and were recovered by the police. None of these raised any red flags at all. In fact, it's the same reason why Claremont serial killer Bradley Edwards was able to stay undetected for so long. Because the cops were stupid and weren't able to think out of the box and ahead of their time. Nathaniel's second wife in Sydney had reported that her husband was missing and she was fearful for his welfare. Her concerns were relayed to the Queensland police. And then 4 officers went to the property in Wieambilla to conduct a welfare check, only to be ambushed. 2 of them were fatally shot dead and 2 managed to escape, barely. The nation is in shock, yet this incident hasn't been called a terrorist attack, even though Nathaniel and Stacey had posted a video of themselves shooting at police officers in a now deleted video. They were also in regular contact with like-minded individuals in the United States. We have seen what happened in the United States when conspiracy theorists believe that Joe Biden stole the election from their beloved Donald Trump and stormed the Capitol. While I don't agree with what they've done, I still think they have the balls to do it nonetheless. They have the balls to do what the left isn't capable of. The Queensland branch of QAnon effectively did the dirty work of Extinction Rebellion. Prior to his death, Nathaniel Train had uploaded personal details of serving officers of New South Wales Police Force onto a website controlled by QAnon operatives. This will have exposed those officers to grave danger. It is very likely some of those officers were involved in the arrest of Violet Coco, a member of Extinction Rebellion and a climate protester who blocked the Sydney Harbour Bridge. The actions of Violet Coco were harmless. She did not intend to kill or hurt anyone, but she was treated like a terrorist. In the anti-protest laws that were hastily passed by Dominic Perrottet's Liberal National Government were used to prosecute her to the maximum. The way that Perrottet passed the anti-protest law was similar to the way Hong Kong passed their National Security Act. Both were done without referendum, in a hasty fashion. That's not what should be done in a democracy. I mean, Hong Kong ceased to be a democracy since 1997, and there's no reason why New South Wales should follow the same route, unless the Dominic Perrottet himself is in Chinese pockets, just like his Labour counterpart, Dictator Dan from Victoria. Dictator Dan has signed up Victoria to the Belt and Road Initiative behind scummy Morrison's back. He's also instituted, lockdowns to contain COVID, similar to China has done, with horrific results in Urumqi, as you can see with the apartment fire, where 40 people were believed to have died, although official sources said no more than 10 were dead. You can't blame people for opposing lockdowns and mandates because of the sneaky way it's being carried out by state governments, both Liberal and Labour alike. I mean, at the end of the day, both parties are in the pockets of China. That's why they are eroding the civil rights of everyday Australians bit by bit. We have the lockdowns in Victoria and we have the anti-protest legislation in New South Wales. All these are aimed at turning Australia into a dictatorship state by state, one territory at a time. While we should be condemning the senseless violence inflicted by the trains upon the police force, we have to acknowledge that they aren't to be blamed 100% and they have been pushed over the edge. I know firsthand how corrupt the people who have sworn to serve and protect us can be. I myself have been a victim of fabricated charges, and it took me 2 years to clear my name. I've had my property seized for investigation, but they have never been returned even after my acquittal. So yeah, this is the work of a corrupt system. The only candidates worth supporting are the ones who have made the promise to defund the police force upon taking office. And I hope the people of New South Wales will take the cue from there and vote Perrottet out at the coming state election. They should put the Liberals last and the Greens first, by all means. With that, I leave you to think about it. Bye for now.